It's time for musical elements of Mr. Sorrells, elements of music with Mr. Sorrells, musical elements of Mr. Sorrells, elements of music with Mr. Sorrells. Hello everyone, it's time for elements of music with Mr. Sorrells, better known as musical elements of Mr. Sorrells. Good to see you today where we learn all kinds of things about the elements of music. Learning to read music, learning how to identify different symbols, the staff, notes, and musical alphabet. All good stuff to help prepare you for next year when you will be able to sign up for music at the intermediate school level, play a trumpet or violin, be in band, be in strings, all good stuff. Okay, before we get started, we have something from the mailbag. The mailbag, something from the mailbag. We have something from the mailbag. Someone sent me an email that I want to read to you. Thank you very much. I just thought I'd read it right here. Dear Mr. Sorrells. So that's a nice way to start it. Dear Mr. Sorrells. I like that. I like your musical elements of Mr. Sorrells. Well, that's good. But your jokes are not funny. Maybe you just don't have a sense of humor, or maybe my jokes aren't funny. Anyways, it says, I wrote a new saying for the treble clef staff line notes. Here it is. Elvis goes bonkers driving fast. So, okay. And signed your favorite student, Dee Dee. Well, thank you, Dee Dee, for the wonderful email. I appreciate it. And hopefully my joke will be a little funnier today for you. Okay, so she wrote a new saying for the staff, for the treble clef staff. Elvis goes bonkers driving fast. I like that. It says Elvis. Actually, I've heard that one before, but that's okay. It's still something I haven't written yet, so how fun. So let me write it someplace. I didn't write it up here yet because I just read the letter. Zoom. All right? I like that. Thank you, Dee Dee. Elvis goes bonkers driving fast. That's even better than every good boy does fine or fantastic. So today what we're going to do on elements from Mr. Sorrells, of course, we've been looking at the treble clef and the grand staff, and by now you know what bar lines are, the vertical lines coming down, and the staff, dividing the staff into small groups. We know about measures, that's the space between the bar lines, and time signature. We've talked about the time signature quite a bit. The top number telling you how many beats in the measure, the bottom one telling you what note gets one beat. Okay, I thought today we would look at the bass clef. We haven't really looked at that much. Bass clef is used more for bass notes, bass guitar, upright bass, other instruments as well. So we haven't done that much. So let's take a look at it. So for the spaces, it's a little bit different than the treble clef. So here is the A, okay? There's the A down here, it's space number 1, A. Then C, then E, G, A seg. Or we could say, all cows eat grass. Right? All cows eat grass, right? A, there's your A. Cow, C, eat grass. And then on top I have a B. That would be the space on top. Okay? So for the lines, we're going to say G, B, D, F, A for the lines. G, B, D, F, A. So how do you remember that? Good boys do fine always. And if you have another saying for that, you want to come up with it, you can email it to me if you have something fun. Okay, that works. But for right now, we have good boys do fine always. All right, that works for me. That works for you. So before we go, I thought we'd do some flashcards with the bass clef, and that's a little more trickier, isn't it? But let's do some flashcards. So I have my flashcards right here, and before we get into doing some flashcards, it's time for the
of the day. Here is the joke of the day.
How do you fix a broken tuba? This is a picture of a tuba. How do you fix a broken tuba? Maybe it broke right here, maybe here, I don't know. Well, you fix a broken tuba with a tuba glue. Tuba with a tuba glue, of course. Oh, man.
Davey, how could you not like that joke? So good. Anyway, I thought it was funny.
That was the joke of the day, the joke of the day, that was the joke of the day. Okay, so back to what we were doing, which is down here.
We're looking at the bass clef and the notes for the bass clef. And we said that for the spaces, A, C, E, G, all cows eat grass. For the lines, G, B, D, F, A. So first line being G, good, B, boys, D, do, F for the fourth line, fine, and always. Okay? So let's do some flashcards. We'll do like 5 or 6 of them because it's a little bit, you have to think about it a little bit more than you do for the treble clef staff. We do it quite a bit. Not that the bass clef staff is any less important, but probably most instruments, most people use a treble clef staff. In fact, I think the bass is very, very important. All right, here is the first note for our flashcards. Oh, right in front of my face. So what is that? Well, let's take a look. I'll help you through it. That is a line or space note. If you said line, ding, 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 you're right. Line number 1, which is a G, right? Line number 1 is a G. So if you got G, ding, 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 good for you. Here is the next one. Way to go, Joe. Wow, what a change. So, is it a line or a space? If you said line, you are correct. A line goes through the note. What line number is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Line number 5. Let's find out what line number 5 is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's an A. If you said A, ding, 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 you are correct. Next one. Is that a line or is it a space? Is it between the lines or does the line go through the note? If you said space, you are correct. Ding, 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 ding. What space number is it? Let's look. Space 1. Space 1 is what? A. If you said A, you are correct. Ding, 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 ding. Good job. All right, let's go on to the next one. I think it's the final one, I believe. No, we got one after this. It's okay, we'll just do 2 more. All right. Is it a line or a space note? If you said space note, you are correct. Ding, 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 ding. It is between the lines. What space note is it? What number? Space 1, 2, which is a C. If you said C, good for you. Ding, 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 ding. Good job. Next one. We'll make this the last one, okay? All right. Let's take a look. Is it a line or a space note? Does a line go through the note or is it between the lines? If you said it is a line note, you are correct. Ding, 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 ding. What line number is it? Let's count them. Ready? 1, 2. Line 2, which is what? A B. If you said B, you're correct. So good boys. B, B. Good job. And that's all we're going to do today for the musical elements of Mr. Sorrells, elements of music of Mr. Sorrells, musical elements of Mr. Sorrells. I hope you've had a good time today. I've enjoyed it. Got our little email we read. We did the joke of the day. We went through some flashcards, looked at the bass clef. That's all good here on Musical Elements from Mr. Sorrells. See you next time. Have a great rest of the week. Keep on rocking. See you soon now. Bye.